Ridiculous. Gonna show the fuck up or what? There we go. There we go. What's going on, Predator? Just testing this shit out, man. Well, I'm gonna ram out some shit in a second. I'm make sure everything's good to go here, sound and everything. Oh, for fuck's sakes, man! I'm gonna give one more minute or two, bro. Excited about marketing rights. Fucking Christ. I read that. I'll show you guys in a second here. But I read from a not the most credible source, but it's just in general, that people I have heard throughout the community, that people are generally excited that Microsoft is getting the marketing rights to a couple of these big games. The fucking marketing rights. We'll get into it in a minute. How y'all doing? How are y'all doing? I know you got a lot of shit going on right now. You got fucking Foxy Games on. Fucking Zaire talking on his channel. I didn't mean to start this time, but I honestly didn't feel like making a full-fledged video about this. I was playing Far Cry 5, and then I didn't know this was a thing, man. The marketing rights to Cyberpunk shit like that. Talk in a second. Lincoln Clay, when you're hungry, you get excited about eating ramen noodles. That's truth. That is truth right there, man. I cannot. You guys don't want to talk about here, and I'm addressing in a second here. I can't believe this shit, man. Let me just show you guys the article I'm talking about. Let me guys show you this shit. Now, as I said, this article here isn't a, who the fuck is Daily Star Sunday? I don't really give a fuck about them. They're not very credible. But this shit like this, right? And I've heard this small throughout people in group chats, shit like that. Microsoft Game News has Xbox dealt a killer blow to Sony and PlayStation in 2018. Has Sony dealt a killer blow? It looks like Microsoft have acquired the marketing rights to a series of upcoming games. Games such as Cyberpunk, Borderlands 3, Splinter Cell, Battlefield 5, and Anthem. So, man, this shit is sad, bro. This shit is, let me exit out of this shit. Sad day. I get back to this shit. What's going on, Ian, Ron, everything else? No, but you guys, here's the thing with this marketing right thing, right? Everybody is so excited about the marketing rights, but why? Why? If you're a hardcore person like us, if you're a person who follows this kind of news, you know that marketing rights to games is not going to lead to new games from Microsoft. The marketing rights are there, yes, fantastic, but that's going to get the casuals out there to think that game is exclusive to the Xbox. So, or you can only get the game on Xbox, and people might sell more consoles that way. But we know that doesn't amount to any more fucking games coming out from Microsoft. It doesn't. We got Microsoft fanboy people that are generally happy about that. Fuck, man. God damn. Ain't about a blood pressure thing, Lincoln Clay. Like I said, I was gonna make a dedicated video about this, like an edit on and everything, but I said, fuck it. I was going off the cuff here and just talk about it. But you guys know what I'm talking about here, right? So you got marketing rights too. Yes, they are a big couple of games. I think it's still a rumor that they get these marketing rights anyway. But if they are, that will shift things. That is a good thing for Microsoft as far as marketing rights. But this is in no way a good indication of the future or what's to come. This isn't a great thing for Xbox gamers. Like I said, it might amount to them selling some more consoles, more hardware, or possibly a few more third-party games on their console. That is not going to translate to first-party IPs, which is what we want from Microsoft. Like I said, I've seen them in my group chats and everything. Say, oh, look at this shit. They're changing the tide. They're getting back on the right track. They're getting the marketing rights. They're being aggressive. Fuck the marketing rights. Now, yes, Sony has had that for this whole generation so far, and it has helped them out tremendously. But guess what? It is too little, too fucking late. And like I said, this is still a rumor. Apparently, I don't think it's confirmed yet. I do not believe it's confirmed. But the sheer amount of damage control and the sheer amount of I'm an Xbox guy. I got Xbox up right now. I'm playing Far Cry 5 on the X. But people are generally, and when I say people, I mean the hardcore Xbox people are generally excited that they're getting the marketing right? And at the same time, they're excited about the marketing rights. What is Sony doing? We got Spider-Man dropping in September. We got Detroit Become Human dropping May 25th. We got God of War dropping in 12 fucking days. And what we got from Microsoft? We got Sea of Thieves. It's already fallen the fuck off. It's already proven to be a goddamn flop. People aren't fucking with it anymore. There's no more content left. They put out the roadmap thing. Apparently, they said they're going to adjust more content. We'll see what happens with that. But you got Sony doing shit like that. And you got Xbox. We got the Xbox Inside Xbox event on Tuesday. What's that? We know it's going to be some backward compatibility bullshit. They showed the old the logo. So I'm quite sure it's going to be some, more original Xbox games on the console, on the Xbox One. Fantastic. And then what else? It's going to be State of Decay footage, of course. They should call it Inside State of Decay. Perhaps they'll show us what instruments they use and shit for State of Decay. All that good shit. Maybe show the Duke controller. Who the fuck knows? But it's not going to be anything of note. It's not going to be anything worthy. And then also this month, what else we got coming back? They got a main focus on the Xbox avatars. Fuck me! So we got Xbox avatars, Sea of Thieves, State of Decay 2 is the only thing coming that has any clout at all, in my opinion. You got Xbox doing this. We're claiming marketing rights. We're getting marketing rights to some of these games apparently, and I don't know, man. It is different sides of the fence here, man. But there is clearly one side who is fucking dominating, and the other side is doing nothing about it. The marketing rights, like I said, I'm not going to say it's not a step in the right direction. Let me reach out quick. Ian Robinson, can they just make first party games? That's what we want to see. That is what we want to see. That's what I want to see as an Xbox guy. I own the Xbox One X. I don't even got a PS4 Pro. What does the title mean? Upward Boss. Apparently, they'll be acquiring the marketing rights for games like Cyberpunk, Battlefield 5, among others. A couple big ones here. Let me look at it real quick. Yeah, Splinter Cell, Battlefield 5, Anthem, Cyberpunk 2077, and Borderlands 3. So people are excited, apparently, that they're going to get the marketing rights to these games. And that's what I'm bitching about. They can't catch up unless they buy EA or Steam. This generation's over if it doesn't happen for Microsoft. Yeah, this generation's over. And all anybody wants from Microsoft is for them, their first-party studios, to try to compete with Sony, but they don't want to do that. They don't want to take risk anymore. They don't want to put any fucking money into their product. They don't believe in their product. They don't. If they did, they would take chances. People knock on Knack 2 and show you that all the time, but at least Sony decided to make a Knack 2 because there was a small audience for that. Xbox could do that too, man. Fuck, start throwing some of these crazy games out here to see what sticks. That's what you got to do. But no, Xbox is taking a safe route. They're going with service-based games that they are almost guaranteed to make this little tiny profits off of. They want shit like that, right? They want a No Man's Sky kind of model. You see what Sea of Thieves is, man. It's supposed to last forever. 10-year plan and all that shit. They're going to be selling you tiny, boat skins and all the other bullshit and pets for your fucking boat. Fuck out of here. Xbox has no exclusives, unfortunately. What's going on, Jester? No, we're just talking about Xbox, man. State of Xbox. Like I said, they're getting the marketing rights to a couple games. And apparently, to the Xbox community, that's positive news. Not to me, man. I am part of the Xbox community, and that is not positive news to me. Like I said, is it good for Xbox? Yeah, it's good you get some marketing rights, but that's not what the fuck we want to hear about. We want to hear about your first-party studios making some killer games for us, your Xbox fans. But we're not going to hear about that because I'm not so sure they have the talent to do it. I don't think they do. I think it's a well-known fact that Sony has much more development talent over there and marketing talent, everything gaming related, have way more talent on the PlayStation side than Xbox does. That is quite apparent. But I do not believe that Xbox is not capable of still making some banging ass games. And what do I mean by banging ass games? I don't know. Fucking do something crazy, right? You're Microsoft. You got some money. Approach somebody. Go get a fucking Hulk game, which in my opinion would be perfect. The Hulk, he's green, right? That's your color of your system, or that's your colors, black and green. He's a green superhero. Bam. Oh, we got the Hulk game coming out end of 2019, whatever else. Something fucking nuts like that, right? Just something out of the blue where your hardcore fan base is going to go, oh, fuck, Microsoft ain't playing around. Black Panther, who the fuck knows? Something to get excited about. Upper Boss, I agree. Marketing rights don't mean shit for us. Like I said, it might sell a few more consoles for them. It might sell a fraction more of the third-party games on their console, but that does not benefit us at all. When I say us, I mean, people like me, you, people in the chat, people who follow this kind of shit. That doesn't benefit us, and we know this. You got people in the Xbox community who are touting this like it's gonna do something, like it's gonna benefit us, and it's fucking not. You got people saying Sea of Thieves is their most anticipated game of the generation, and then even after it came out, they're saying shit like this is their game of the year. Sea of Thieves is your game of the year? Now, look, I understand personal opinion and preference plays a lot in this shit, but if you're a gamer, you cannot honestly say that Sea of Thieves is the best game of the year. No, man. No, in the same breath, you cannot call a game like The Last of Us trash and then say Sea of Thieves is the best thing since sliced bread. Now, you could say you don't like The Last of Us, honestly. You could say you didn't like how it played, or you didn't like how story focused it was, but you cannot call the game trash. You can't say it was anything but. Appreciate it, Lincoln Clay. Jay Wags, you like Sea of Thieves? Fuck no, bro. I've made multiple videos talking about Sea of Thieves. Like I said, I do not believe Sea of Thieves is a bad game. I do not think it's a terrible game. I think it lacks a ton of fucking content, almost on an insulting level of how barren the content was. You guys seen the Kraken? His fucking legs are cut off there. There's nothing to fucking do in that game. It's 3 fetch quests, and even once you go through the 3 factions, right, and complete all of that, and then you get to legendary pirate status. We saw the one streamer do it. Even after that, guess what you get? You get legendary fetch quests that are the same fucking thing. The same quest, just harder. And that guy cheated to do it. So no, to answer your question, no, I do not like Sea of Thieves. It's cool for the first 15 minutes, but that game focuses way too heavily on a social aspect to have fun with your friends. That game's fun. Any fun you have in that game can be solely contributed to the interactions with your friends or even sometimes randoms online. It is not contributed to the game at all. That game by yourself is fucking dreadful. Question: why do you think EA is giving marketing access to only Microsoft? Makes me think something else is going on. The rumors of purchase makes me think it could be true. I can't really comment on the whole, EA Microsoft thing. EA Access is exclusive to Microsoft platform. Yeah, I think it's only on Xbox EA Access. But I don't know, man. I highly doubt that they're going to be buying EA. I don't think they have the drive to. Do I think they could afford to do it? Possibly, and that would be a huge move. If they had games like Madden and NHL and all FIFA and shit like that exclusive to their console, yes, that could shift the paradigm a lot because those are some popular franchises. FIFA is one of the best-selling franchises ever, sports-wise, so that could drastically shift the tides, but I do not see Microsoft. Microsoft's not hungry enough to do that. They won't invest the money to do that. They won't. They don't care. That's not part of their business model, man. It is in black and white here that Xbox wants their games to be on everything and anything. They do not like exclusivity. They do not understand the concept behind it. They think it's a bad practice. They don't like that Sony and Nintendo does it, but Sony and Nintendo are proving that works and that sells your console. Just was fortune. Isn't this like a repeat of No Man's Sky where the game is crap and everyone's hyping it? Yeah, Yeah, I mean, it's not as bad as No Man's Sky. I talked about that in previous videos too. No Man's Sky blatantly lied to everybody. People, everybody. The game we got in 2016 was nowhere near the game we saw in 2014. So that is a little different. I won't say Rare is that bad as far as lying to their fan base, but I do know that, when we had access to the beta, they said it was only 10% of the actual game. I call bullshit on that because I played the beta and I played the base game on Xbox Game Pass, and it was the exact same goddamn thing. Okay? There wasn't too much more to do. The game you saw in the beta was the game you saw on the Xbox. And that's the other thing I want to talk about real quick too. A lot of people say, oh, it's only the beta or it's only the demo, but it's like 3 weeks before release of the game. Listen, guys, if you play a game 3 weeks or a month or even 2 months before the game is supposed to come out, that is going to be the game. There's not a lot of time for them to do too much else. It might be able to work out a few bugs here and there, but for the most part, especially content-wise, that's going to be the same exact goddamn product you get on day one of purchase. Inferno Fox, Sea of Thieves is best thing since diarrhea and AIDS. I think the game developers at Xbox don't have great imagination. No, they don't. Like I said, they rehash a lot of the same franchises, which Sony is too. Sony is making new IPs. A lot of these game companies rehash the same franchises. Nintendo is a prime example of that. But Xbox is different. Xbox isn't hungry at all, man. They have no drive. They're relying on backwards compatibility way too heavily, in my opinion. They're not putting out anything new. Sea of Thieves was a goddamn joke, in my opinion. It clearly shows the direction Microsoft wants to go in. They want this stuff to be service-based games. They want service-based subscriptions. Game Pass is a prime example. This is the direction they're going in, guys. State of Decay 2, multiplayer-focused game. It's going to be one of those games where they constantly add content to, apparently. They're probably going to have microtransactions in that, too. And then you got Crackdown 3, which is going to be a similar premise. So far, from what we know now, that is the direction they're going. And let me ask you this question. After State of Decay 2, right, after that drops in May, we know nothing else coming out. Now, people can say, wait till E3. Okay, I'll wait till E3 one more goddamn time. But you cannot deny that after State of Decay 2 comes out, all we know is Crackdown 3 possibly is going to come out sometime. But after that, we know fucking nothing. Nothing. And that's the problem. They don't have a roadmap like Nintendo, like Sony. People will say, oh, Sony's got games that are coming out. You don't know. They come out in 2020. And at least we know they're coming. I'm talking about The Last of Us 2. That weird Kojima game, whatever that shit's called, Death Stranding, shit like that, right? We know it's in a pipeline. We know we can expect it. Beta was free. Game was $60. Yeah, the beta was free. Like I said, I think all games should have a beta for free so you can try the game out. The game was $60. It is nowhere near that price point. It should have been a free-to-play or $10 maximum. I don't even care if it was on Game Pass. What up, Jacob? Upward Boss, do you have a PS4 as well? Yes, I do. I got a PS4 Slim. I got PSVR. I got a Nintendo Switch. I got Xbox One X, Xbox One S in my living room. I got PS1 sitting right here. I could show you. It's right here. Here's the controller right here. I play PS1 a lot. But yeah, I own everything, man. I own everything. And I'm hyped as fuck about God of War. I cannot say honestly in my heart of hearts that I am hyped for anything Xbox has come down the pipeline. The other two games we know about. State of Decay 2 is the only one I'm even slightly interested in, and even that, in my honest opinion, looks quite mediocre. Isn't Gears of War an Xbox exclusive, Jester Fortune? It's exclusive to, if you want to talk about console exclusive, but you can play Gears of War on your PC, so no, it's not really exclusive. I've talked about that before too, guys, and that's the word exclusivity, right? It means exclusive to this one thing, right? You have to have this one thing to play that. So when I hear exclusive, I think about The Last of Us, Super Mario Odyssey, Mario Kart, shit like that. Like Super Mario Odyssey, if you want to play that game, you can play that game on nothing else but a Nintendo Switch. You have to acquire that piece of hardware to play that piece of software. Same with games like The Last of Us 2 or Last of Us. You have to have a PS4 or a PS3. You have to be in their ecosystem to play that. That's not a good example. But you know what I'm saying here. Gears of War is available on PC as well. So therefore, if I do not need an Xbox console to play Gears of War 4, then that game is not exclusive to that console. And it is that cut and dry. $10 max. This is my last C3 with Xbox. They didn't really do something this time. Ron Kessler. I agree with you. If they show nothing at this Xbox event, if they show nothing Xbox fan. They showed nothing at E3 this year. They showed the same shit like they did last year. A bunch of little no-name indies that nobody gives a fuck about. If they don't show any big AAA titles or at least tell me what's coming down the pipeline, I'm done, guys. I'm done. Because in my opinion, there's no reason if they don't show me anything to own an Xbox console. I'll buy the next PS5 and I'll have a PC and a Switch and I'll be good to go. I don't need an Xbox. You really don't. You could argue that your friends are on there, your ecosystem is on there, everything else. That's the console you prefer, fine. But for me personally, I'm doing what's best for my wallet. And it makes no sense to me, because I play everything. It makes no sense to me to buy an Xbox if I can play all their shit on PC as well. It doesn't. And then also, if they're not offering me anything on the Xbox console either, no fucking point, in my opinion. Thoughts on Microsoft pulling a Sega? So the next console might be their Dreamcast. I'm not sure you mean, Inferno Fox. The next console might be the Dreamcast. I've heard rumors they're thinking about the next console. We've all heard the PS5 rumor leaks. That's supposed to come out maybe 2019, 2020. But Xbox, they better goddamn not. This Xbox One X just came out, November of last year. So it's been out for like 4 or 5 months now. Yeah, like 5 months. They better not release a new goddamn console till at least 2020. Any earlier than that, fuck them. They will not do that. I don't think they're that stupid. Nintendo needs new IPs besides Mario and Zelda. Yeah, Jacob, like I said, I agree with you. You know, Nintendo does rehash a lot of their same franchises, but they do enough to, like, they'll make a new Mario game or a new Zelda game. They do enough to make it feel fresh and new. Zelda Breath of the Wild was pretty much nothing like the previous entries, and it was very well received. I played Zelda Breath of the Wild from start to finish, and it was fantastic. I had a blast with it. There's still a lot to do in that game. I've only hit not even half the shrines yet. There's so much content and value in that game that it was totally worth $60 purchase. But that's the difference between Nintendo and Microsoft. As much contempt as I have for Nintendo, they invest this money into their first-party studios. They invest money into shit they know that their hardcore fan base is going to want. You got Super Smash Bros. Coming out, and their fucking fans went crazy. People were passing out. Super Mario Tennis. I don't like that shit, but Nintendo hardcore faithful do. That game will do very well. Probably same with Kirby, shit like that. They are doing what their fan base wants. Sony is catering to their fan base, which is what you should do for your platform. Xbox is not catering to their fan base. I don't know who the fuck Xbox catering to, because it seems like they're not even catering to the casuals. They're trying to find a different group altogether. I don't know, guys. They're talking about not Super Mario, but kart racing with avatars. Fuck, like a new Forza thing. I don't know, man. Justice Forces. Speaking of E3, do you remember back in 2016 that Nintendo only had one game to show, and it was like only Zelda? Yeah, I remember that, Jester. Yeah, like I said, the E3, that's back in a time when the Wii U was failing. You know, they were relying solely on first-party IPs. But I'll tell you what, that one game alone, Zelda Breath of the Wild, that one game was able to hold over their fan base. That one game had enough hype behind it that it was able to sell the Nintendo Switch and pull the Switch through for the first 3 or 4 months. That's how good of a game it was. Xbox does not have a game of that caliber. I'm sorry, they don't. You could argue Gears. Gears doesn't do that well number-wise. You could argue Halo. That's their the biggest seller. But those games are not on the caliber of a franchise such as Zelda, the Zelda franchise. It's just not. I'm sorry. All right, Upper Boss, thanks for coming, man. It's just not. But yeah, I do remember that. Like I said, they sold a few million Switches solely off of Zelda Breath of the Wild alone, because that is what their hardcore fan base wanted. They were looking forward to this game, and that they knew they were going to get this game. And that game was also available on the Wii U as well, and it still carried the Switch over for a couple months until Odyssey came out, and they started releasing all these other first-party titles. So one game, guys, one game can move a console. And if you really look at it and look in the mirror, if you're an Xbox guy, you look in the mirror here, the Xbox has no system seller. God of War, that's a system seller, like it or not. Spider-Man, that is a fucking epitome of a system seller. That appeals to the hardcore fan base and casuals, especially with the movie coming out, right? The Last of Us 2, that is going to be a system seller. Detroit Become Human, I don't know if that's, in my opinion, that's a system seller. But PlayStation has these games, these banging-ass games, that are going to be system sellers. Ghost of Tsushima, shit like that, right? Really look at me right now and ask yourself, does Xbox have a system seller? Do they? Do they really? Is Sea of Thieves a system seller? Can that game solely move consoles on its own? No. Is State of Decay 2 a system seller? No. No, it's not. Is Crackdown 3 a system seller? No. You know what is a system seller for some goddamn reason? It's PUBG. As shitty as that game is, that moved consoles for Xbox. And they knew that because they were bundling this game with the Xbox. And that shit was crazy to me. You bundled an unfinished bullshit preview game that can't even hit a steady 30 FPS with the world's most powerful console. Think about that. Think about that. Let's go. EJ Johnson, what's up? Yeah, ARMS. ARMS was, I didn't play ARMS, but like at least they tried something new, right? At least they tried making a new IP and saw what stuck. And it actually did pretty well for them. ARMS it didn't do as well as the other IPs, but it did pretty well for them. But I will give Nintendo credit for taking chances. Ian Robertson, we can play State of Decay 2 when it comes out. Yeah, like I said, I'll wait for it. I played the first one, enjoyed it. This one looks better. As I said, that's the only game I'm even slightly looking forward to. But that game is not a system seller. Like you're not. That game is not a system seller. And comic book fans. Splatoon also says hello. Yeah, ARMS is Splatoon. Yeah, like I said, Splatoon, another new IP, is doing really well for them because they knew they needed like a third-person kind of, or FPS, third-person competitive shooter, and it worked out great for them. People are fucking hyped about ARMS 2, and when they showed that the ARMS characters were going to be in Super Smash Bros., people lost their shit. That's just the facts. That's just true. But I don't know, guys. Going back to my original point here, no one, me personally, I don't give a fuck about the marketing rights. I don't know if you guys do. If you guys think that's a positive step. Like I said, is it good they're getting it? Yes. But that's not what we want to hear. We want to hear you announce some new shit. We got about, 2 months till E3. Okay, fine. I'll be fair here. I'll wait till E3. This is my last time. I've been hearing this shit for like 2-3 years now. I'll wait till E3. And I promise, if they don't show anything here, I'm fucking done with Xbox because I see no value in their platform. None whatsoever. Evil Predator. Nintendo is going to pass Xbox in sales soon. Yeah, thanks for bringing that point up, Predator. That is the sad part. The Nintendo Switch is barely over a year old now, and it is on pace to pass the Xbox One in sales by the end of this year. That is fucking sad. And I'll be the first to admit, I didn't think the Switch was going to sell well. I didn't, but they proved me wrong. Nintendo proved me wrong. And now that I own a Switch, I can see the value in the console. I can see the value in some of these exclusives. But you guys understand how sad that is. The Xbox platform has been out for going on 5 years now, right? The Switch is going to outpace it in half the time. Less than half the time it's been on the market. That is fucking sad. And that kills all the power narrative. That shows that you do not need a powerful console to have a successful system. Nintendo is fucking killing it. Xbox, we got the world's most powerful console and nothing to showcase it. How in the fuck is Sony making these games so much better? I'm talking about the first-party studios. How are they making these games look so much better than anything first-party on Xbox and third-party for that matter? Because in my opinion, God of War and Spider-Man looks much better than Far Cry 5. Far Cry 5 is pretty. It is hitting a native 4K, native 4K 2160 on the Xbox One. Sony is utilizing the power of their PS4 Pro and PS4 Slim to the max. Xbox One X, tell me one game so far you've seen the Xbox One X that truly utilizes the power of this system. And yeah, you can argue that the Xbox One X is only out for 6 months now, but they knew about the shit beforehand. Xbox did. They've known this shit wasn't brand new. They knew it was coming out for a few years now. And their first big AAA IP since the release of this thing, that being Sea of Thieves, they felt no need to utilize the power of this console. Yeah, you can say this game's in 4K, but why? This game doesn't need to be in 4K. The water looks good, yeah. But what the fuck else? We see all the other shortcomings. Prime example, the Kraken. Lazy. They're not utilizing the power of their system, and Sony is taking full advantage of their hardware, of their weaker hardware. Ghost of Tsushima looks awesome. Yeah, it does. Almost everything that's on Sony coming out looks fantastic. You definitely tell it's not going to be mediocre. You can definitely tell they put a lot of love and time into these games. That's for sure. Even if you don't like the style or direction those games go in, you can't argue that these games. I need a drink or something. That these games look top quality. They look top tier. They look like they utilize the power of the system to its fullest. And in my opinion, that cannot be denied. You know what, guys? I thought I had my camera on this whole time. My fault. My fault. I thought I had my camera on this whole time. But I don't know, guys. Like I said, go back to the original thing. I don't give a fuck about the marketing rights. I want to see some announcements from Xbox. I don't care about your backwards compatibility. If you want to do that, fine. But you have to bring the new shit too. I could say that is one thing they do have over Sony is a backwards compatibility. But I'll tell you what, guys, and maybe it's just me, and people are going to say, well, you should know what you were buying. You should have known that going in. But look, I did not buy the Xbox One X, to play old games. Okay? I didn't. I didn't buy the Xbox One X to the power that it possesses to play fucking Ninja Gaiden. As great as Ninja Gaiden is, I'm past that. I did not buy this $500 console to play 360 games, okay? I didn't. Why? It makes no sense. And fine, like I said, if you want to have those games, the backward compatible games, fine. But give me something on my X and give and bring the old games back. You got to have both. I don't think people understand that. That's why people are so mad. Why did I buy an Xbox One X or an Xbox One altogether to play old games? It's almost like they sold you this console to resell you the old games again. They think they're growing their library by bringing all these old games back, but it's really not. And Xbox people will throw it in your face too. They'll say, "Oh, we have over 800 games." Come on, man. You're including backward compat games, not AAA, but third-party games. Really? That brings up value to your console. You know why? Because these triple plat games I could play, or these third-party exclusives I could play anywhere. I could play most of them on a PC. I could play all of them on PS4. PS4 is not missing any third-party game. None whatsoever. To be honest, if you had a fucking PS4 and a Switch, you're pretty much good to go. You can play everything without maybe a couple exclusives on PC here and there. But I'll tell you what, let's say you wanted to play every and any game ever, right? Let's say you want to play every game, like current gens. All you need a PC, Switch, PS4. That's it. You really do not need an Xbox. You don't. Just as fortune. Is it safe to say the Xbox has been fucking up since the reveal of the Xbox One? Maybe that's why they lost the console back in 2014, because how Xbox treated gamers and dumb policy at first. I mean, yeah, there's so much to go into with that. I remember it like it was yesterday. You know, they announced this thing at $100 more than the PS4 console. It came with, they forced you to buy the Kinect, which a lot of people didn't want. So it was a higher price point. It was a weaker console. So you had a higher price point, weaker hardware, plus the whole DRM thing. You always had to be online. You know, you can't play your used games. There was so much effect into that. All that together, though, that did impede Xbox a lot at the start of this generation. But it's been more than that, though, man. It's been more than that. It's just their drive together, their game selection, like I said, their whole direction towards gaming. Everything as a whole is spiraled to this big snowball to where we are now, to where we have the world's most powerful console with no games to play on it, service-based games, nothing to take advantage of the console. This console is doing nothing to really move game forward, in my opinion. It's not. Xbox blatantly lied in the advertising for this console. Whether you want to believe that or not, go look up the old footage. King Thrash Game made a great video about it. They were talking about VR for this thing, for the Xbox One X. Where's that at? Where's the VR support for this thing? How about compromised? There's a lot of goddamn compromised games for Xbox One X. Not full native 4K. It is hitting sometimes. It is capable of hitting 4K, but it's not uncompromised as they promised. The big thing here is we have not seen one game yet, not one game from first party perspective, even third party, one game that truly utilizes the power of this console. We haven't. I keep turning this fucking camera on, and it's not coming up. There we go. So we have not had one game yet that truly utilizes the power of this console. I think if I go back to this thing, it turns it off, but fuck it, whatever. Xbox is dead like Sega. Yeah, it truly is, man. Like I said, you're gonna have your hardcore fan base for Xbox no matter what, but people are sick of it. People, myself included, we're tired of it. I'm tired of it, man. I've been playing a lot of PS4, PSVR. PSVR, say what you want to say about it. That thing has new games for it dropping every week. And you could say that maybe they're not the biggest budget, right? Maybe they're not the best quality games, but guess what? They're still putting time and money into that ecosystem, right? They are building that library steadily. And it's sad, this is a true statement. PSVR has more exclusives for that peripheral than Xbox has had this whole generation. Think about that. That is an absolute goddamn fact. And there has been some big AAA games on, not AAA. Yeah, AAA. You know, you got games that I necessarily got mad at, like The Impatient. That was bullshit. It had high quality, but it was only a couple hours long. You got games like Moss and Skyrim, shit like that. That's not exclusive to, well, it's exclusive to PSVR. But they do have some big hitters on there. Bravo Team. You got Resident Evil 7 fully playable VR. That peripheral shows a lot of promise. But it is a fact, 100% fact, that game has, or that peripheral has more exclusive than the Xbox console this generation. And that's fucking sad. Jay Walker, I'm playing Horizon Zero Dawn. Awesome game. Yep. I played Horizon Zero Dawn. I didn't beat it yet. It's a fucking gigantic game. But yeah, I liked it, man. I thought it was fantastic. That utilized the power. That looked fantastic on a PS4, in my opinion. Big open world game. The whole premise of it was fantastic. Like a new kind of spin on open worlds. It was nice. It's nice. I would make a part 2. And Sony does shit like that. That is factual. Yeah, it cares in. Thank you. But people are fast to dismiss PSVR. Yeah. You know why? Because it's not on the Xbox console. That's why. If Xbox had their own VR capabilities, they'd be all over VR. They'd be hyping VR. You hear these dumbass dudes like Crap Gamer hyping up VR to the fullest. I think he does like PSVR. I think he does. He does say that. But Xbox said in the advertising of the system on the Xbox One X for VR, VR capability, we've heard nothing about VR, and that's honestly the reason why I bought the X, because I wanted to play VR and maybe Oculus Rift, maybe a partnership with them, because PSVR is fantastic, though it is the weakest option of the 3, that being the Vive, the Oculus Rift, and the fucking other one is the cheapest option. It is the most successful VR to date as far as on a consumer level, because of the affordability of it. They had a price drop on it. This thing's like $200 now. It is a no-brainer. It is a great peripheral, and it has some fantastic games on it. And the library is only going to continue to grow. And I cannot wait to see where they go in the future with VR. When they start making it wireless and better resolutions, better shit like that. It's gonna be fantastic. Just as fortune. The only thing that bothers me about the Xbox One X is the name. Like, really, there's gonna do what Nintendo did with the Wii U, name Xbox Scorpio. Sounds way better. Yeah, they do that though, man. Same with like the PS4 Pro. Don't sound bad, but it was called the PS4 was called what the fuck was the PS4? Morpheus. I thought Morpheus sounded fucking fantastic. Yeah, I wish they would have named it Scorpio as well. Like I said, it started to look like an algebra math equation, right? Like, oh, are you gonna buy the Xbox One S or plus the Xbox One X? And the Xbox One, it started to get way too complicated. The Xbox One X was definitely a terrible name. Terrible name. Sahara Box, one dryness, and mediocre game awaits. Oh, Neo, is it Neo? Correct? Thank you. That's right. It was Neo. I thought Neo sounded fantastic. Cares, you talk about the, I don't know. I'm a little fucked up here now. Xbox has no creativity whatsoever. I wonder what going to be Trinity. Yeah, I don't know, man. PS5. Like I said, we don't know too much about it. There has been some leaked specs so far, so it's nothing factual so far. I won't get that much into it. But from what we see, the specs are going to be fantastic. It's gonna have a Ryzen-based CPU, GPU, whatever the fuck. I'm honestly not the tech guy, guys. Okay, I don't know all the little ins and outs. Hopefully, it should have more RAM than the Xbox One X. The Xbox One X has 12 gigs of RAM, so you would think it has at least 16. It should be a pretty goddamn steady leap up above from the Xbox One X and powerful, and hopefully, this thing can have the option for 4K 30 and at least a 1080p 60 block. That's what I like to see from that console. But we know they're going to bring all their big exclusive to this system. You have all the third-party games, shit like that. So this system's going to be a no-brainer. Hopefully, it stays at a $500 price point. Like I said, I do not know too much about the PS5. I honestly have not looked that much into it. It's just rumors so far. What's going on, Fatal? It's just rumors so far. So I'll take it for what it is now. Dirt Griggity, damn, Xbox even getting bashed on a Sunday. That's so sad. Fuck you, Dirt. Xbox is fucking up, man. How do you feel, Dirt, about these marketing rights? Fantastic, right? I bet you're happy about it. I bet you're happy about the marketing rights. Step in the right direction. 6996, what's up? Free smoke. 399, bet on it. Yeah, that would be the sweet spot, Kerrison. If they keep it at $400, that would be, that seems to be a price point everybody's happy with. $500, people start getting a little edgy about that. And then anything past $500, people say, go fuck yourself. So $400, that'd be nice. And when it comes out, maybe 2-3 years, hopefully that price point is going to be, they can get all that technology in that PS4 for that price point, and it'll be good to go. What's up, Fatal? I was talking about marketing rights, Fatal. Xbox supposedly getting the marketing rights for a couple of big AAA games. Could care less about the marketing rights they get, 400, 500. Yeah, well, believe it or not, a lot of people do care about these marketing rights. Step in the right direction, I guess. Step in the right direction, they think. Well, that's good, Dirt. It's good to hear that. It is good to hear that. How long am I doing this for? About 47 minutes? If y'all want to come in here, y'all can. They have market rights for Battlefield 1, and guess what? It sold way more. Oh, guess where it sold way more. Oh, yeah. The market rights aren't really going to matter because the PS4 has the way bigger install base. Fuck you, Mighty Moss. What's going on, man? We got Mighty Moss in the chat, and this is who he talks about this a lot. Marketing rights are everything. Are they? Are they? Are they really, Mighty Moss? Like I said, like Battlefield 1, Xbox had marketing rights for. Look how that sold. It sold way better on a PS4. It means nothing. Has marketing rights ever gotten us more games? No. No, it hasn't. That game is going to come to the Xbox or PS4 regardless. That does not help the hardcore at all. That being me, people like people in the chat, Fail Mephisto, Dirk Crickety, people like us. Marketing rights does not do shit for us. That might help Microsoft themselves as a company. It might generate a little bit more money, but it's clear that they're not going to invest that money into more first-party IPs. It's not. You can't just remember, neither can I. Mighty Moss, do you want in here? So we could turn this into a, we have a little debate right now. Why not? It's Sunday, right? I got about an hour before I gotta go eat some food. I got to bite the dinner, turkey, shit like that. So why not, Mighty Moss? You've been ducking me for a little while here. Why don't you hop in here? We have a nice discussion about this. I don't think you are, Moss. I don't think you are, Moss. All right, I'm sending the invite. I'm sending these invites out right now. Give me 1 second. I've been going in over here. We'll put this, I'm putting the link in the chat as well for the Free to Play podcast. And I'll send it to Moss as well. 1 second, guys. Bear with me. All right, Moss. It's sent. I don't think you're trolling, Moss. I really don't. But we'll see. We'll see what you got to say about it. Let me get back to the chat here. 696, funny, man. Free smoke. They learned a lesson last time, just saying. Tomb Raider is coming out close to Spider-Man. Yeah, but Tomb Raider? Tomb Raider is not a exclusive to Xbox, is it? I don't believe so. Oh, we got Mighty Moss 2K, everybody. We got a goddamn celebrity. I can't believe he made it. I can't believe he got in here. I've been calling his agent for a month now. He's getting voicemail. He sent me a fruit basket and it said "fuck off" on it. What is going on, Mighty Moss? How are you? Part of the broadband bullies,
That's right, yes, sir.
What's up? What's up?
And I got a little Bravehearter, so I joined your channel because I know you've been waiting to give it to me, man.
I don't want to get into all this other shit, as far as like you saying God of War looks boring and shit like that. We can throw water under the bridge here, but I'm really interested, and you're the man with the numbers, right?
Yes, sir.
Pittsburgh. He's from Pittsburgh as well. We have this bullshit weather here lately. Yeah. Mighty Moss is the numbers guy, right? He has the stats for me. He's a technical guy. He can break shit down. So Mighty Moss, if you would, let me ask you this question: how do you feel about Xbox getting these marketing rights? Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Is it overhyped? Is that going to generate? Just give me your general consensus on more marketing.
Oh rights. Man, this is Wags. You're underestimating what this means for the gaming community. Having marketing rights means everything. Look what it did for the Division. Okay, it didn't do nothing.
The Division. The Division. Don't start this shit, boss. I forgot all about that. I forgot you're a fan of the Division. Go ahead.
But look, here's the deal. Now, all jokes aside, and earlier I was just on my bag talking. This must be anti-Xbox Sunday, man.
Man, you ain't lying. You ain't lying.
Oh, what's up, Dirt? God damn it! I didn't mean something like. Hey, I thought I sent the link somewhere else. Dirt, I didn't mean to get you in here.
Yeah, Dirt's probably kicking his table.
Oh, you want me to leave? Oh, you want me to leave?
I'll set that shit. I ain't scared. And we got Fade on here. Fade on the other guy. It's a good one here. But go ahead, Mosk. Please educate me on this.
Here's the problem with Microsoft right now, and everybody that's an Xbox enthusiast. And look, here's my disclaimer, and I'm not trying to start no console war bullshit. I'm just saying this from my perspective. I personally don't like anything that comes out of Sony first party. That's just me. With that being said, I can be objective enough to know that us Xbox people that are sitting there trying to do things like damage control, like say Spider-Man looks bad, but Sunset Overdrive was good. You know what I'm saying? People that do stuff like that, we're not keeping it real. And
I agree with that.
And we are not, we are defending a name instead of defending a brand. We're defending everything Microsoft does because of the name instead of saying the people that are running the ship right now, are they really catering to the brand that got us on the system? And I have a problem with that. I've had some Twitter confrontations this weekend, and it's really blowing my mind. Like, I don't think that this new regime is about the original hardcore Xbox brand, and marketing deals are a step in the right direction, but they are a step in the right direction. You're not at the house yet. You still got a lot of work to do.
I cannot believe your analysis of that. That was good.
I thought
you were gonna say some crazy shit.
Now, what if Microsoft got both? Can I say something?
Go ahead,
How do I sound, man? Because I was in the gym and I saw you. I was like, let me see what the fuck Jawari is talking about.
You sound good
in your car, bro.
Yeah, you sound like, it's not too bad.
Okay, let me see if I can cut the volume up. Well, I don't know.
It's not fun, man.
Hey, personally, I don't really care about marketing rights, but the only positive thing I see about it is if they're able to show some of these third-party multiplats on the X, running on the X. And I don't know, maybe that could sway some people. Oh, man, that looks really good on the X. That's in native 4K or whatever. That's the only positive thing I really see, because sometimes the advertising isn't what is, all that, like the PS4 had the marketing rights to Far Cry 5, but you really didn't notice it. You know what I'm saying? You didn't really tell. You couldn't tell that they actually had the marketing rights. So it's like, if they can show off on E3 stage some of these rumored marketing games, I think that would be cool. But me personally, I don't really give a shit. It's just console war ammo, really.
But Dirt, let me ask you this then, dude. What if Microsoft actually manages to not only get the rights to these fucking games from marketing perspective, but what if they actually have the exclusive rights for a year for every one of these games they show off?
That's a different topic.
Yeah.
That's a different topic.
Hey, I'm just saying, it's possible. It's possible.
Yeah. They don't care about the exclusivity. They don't.
What?
They don't give a fuck.
What sense does that make?
They don't care.
No, I mean, look, here's what Microsoft cares about. I'm gonna throw a number out there at y'all. 2.1. That represents the potential. 2.1 billion represents the potential amount of gamers that under this cloud innovation bullshit that they're looking to reach on handhelds and tablets and other devices. That's what they care about. So even though they got these marketing deals, if the smart thing to do is to turn that into at least a year time exclusivity, like you said, that's the smart thing to do for us. But we got to understand that this new regime is looking at gaming at a completely different level, and they're focused on that 2.1 billion. They could have just threw some money out there just to shut us the hell up at E3, and they're not getting any exclusivity. Who knows?
Yeah, but that whole entire aspect though of the actual cloud-based gaming thing, man, like that probably won't even be a thing until next gen for them, anyways.
Right.
So I'm pretty sure, like they're definitely like, because you are technically right though, you definitely are right about that because they are like focus on that. Because I mean, to be fair, I mean, Microsoft really, like, no matter how good they do in a generation, they're still always going to be in second place. Like, regardless, period. It's either going to be Nintendo on top.
The direction they're going,
you know what?
Clearly points to like they're not going to have any exclusivity to these games or not.
Nah, that's the thing.
I'll tell you right now, it's not. They don't give a fuck about that. Phil Spencer himself has even said, you know, he doesn't like exclusivity in gaming.
Yeah, but okay, but look how many times though, J-Wags, man, how many times he sat there and he said the same fucking shit about single player games are irrelevant, and then turns around the following year and flip flops his statement. This is a guy that constantly comes out and he says ridiculous shit.
He never said single player games was irrelevant though.
Yeah, well, no, I know. No, but what I'm saying is like he says a lot of shit, but a lot of people never believe him on the stuff that he does say. But then as soon as he says something that could be very well like questionable, I was like, oh yeah, now they believe in everything that fucking Phil says now all of a sudden, right?
What's going on, Griffin?
But here's the thing though, man, and like I tell people all the time, and like people are still, you know, getting upset about this whole entire about their, you know, their exclusive games going on fucking multiple platforms and shit like that, even though we don't know which ones they are going to be. We have no idea about that. There's never any games that were specified. But again, like I tell people before, this, and I've been saying this and I've been touting this time and time again, nobody listens to anything fucking Phil Spencer says, or nobody pays attention to anything. Because all the way back in 2014, when that motherfucker came out, and Nadella specifically stated no more than 6 months after the Xbox One launched, that they already had this planned out from the get-go, man. But yet, I find it rather funny that nobody wanted to believe them back then, but all of a sudden now when things are starting to look into fruition, and that's the direction they're going, now people are starting to panic now. And it's like, motherfucker, you should have panicked fucking back in 2014. Because that's when they first said they were planning on doing that. Yeah. It's nothing new. And it's the same thing too as well with the backwards compatibility. That was another thing that people complained about, saying that, oh, that's the only reason why Microsoft wanted to release that. No, they've already had plans right from the get-go on adding that, but they had to take time in order to develop it for it. It's that simple. It's just like people don't fucking read shit, or they read it, but they take it out of context, or they look at it.
Or maybe all of us just don't, you know, have time to sit down, fade and read, like, you know, fucking 30-page essay about, you know, the backstory of Phil Spencer.
I agree with you. But all I'm saying is, at the end of the day, if you are going to talk about something, not what you guys are talking about now, speaking generality, because I heard a lot of combos today on through different people's podcasts. Holy fuck, dude, it was hilarious.
Yeah,
again, man, I'm not here defending Microsoft. I can really give two shits.
I ain't defending Microsoft thing. This whole thing started off with, and then people started asking questions in the chat, and I started talking about other shit. But listen to market rights. I've said earlier, it's a step in the right direction. Okay, it's not a bad thing, but my whole thing, people are hyping this shit up. Like, you would have thought we got some new fucking games. You would have thought we got fucking some new games coming.
I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that.
J-Wax, anything us Xbox guys can brag about right now, we're going to use to the fullest.
Not marketing rights. Not marketing rights.
We got to brag about something, man. Sea of Thieves is terrible. So what are we going to talk about right now?
I'll brag about Sea of Thieves.
I saw that in my group chat, Moss. We had the Broadway Boys group chat. They said, "Oh, at least they're getting marketing rights." Like, fuck sakes. Like, really? Like, you know, because we always had this battle in the chat, you know, with other in this group chat we got with other shit, and they said marketing rights. Like, you got to be fucking kidding me.
Yeah. So how much did Battlefield 1 do?
Number wise, I don't know. Moss probably knows that.
Hold on, I'll look real quick.
No, but you got
they
people
sold better on the PS4.
Come on, but like, I know. You got people who are so
whatever you want to call it,
who are so pro Xbox to the point where like now they're saying, "Oh, Spider-Man's 30 FPS, trash." I'm like,
that's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's absolute bullshit.
It didn't sell horribly on the Xbox. Even though the Xbox did have the exclusive rights, that's still not too bad.
I didn't say it's so bad. I said
I'm speaking in generality. I'm speaking in generality. Well, but I mean by more, I mean fucking what, like 1.5 million more. That's it.
They had the marketing rights.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but it still doesn't matter. It's still pretty good for a game. For a game,
thank you.
For a game that actually did have marketing rights on a console that's less fucking superior to the PS4, as far as like not only the size of the console, as far as like the amount of user bases that's there, that's still not bad.
But
That's
the
still not
marketing
bad at all.
right? But everywhere you see though, this game was advertised on the Xbox. Everywhere.
But either way, it doesn't matter. The game
more.
sucks anyway. So
it still sold more on a system that they never mentioned that game about.
That is true. But like I said, but I mean, fucking, whatever. It doesn't matter. The game sucks anyway, so it doesn't matter.
That's the whole point. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
So
here's what we got to take into consideration and be honest about, whether you like Xbox or not.
Right.
The marketing this generation sucks. So you had a game like The Division that really, regardless of what you think about The Division, you gotta admit the first 2 to 3 weeks that game was out there, it was the hottest fucking thing out there.
Fire, like fire.
The hottest fucking game being spoke of out there, and it did shit for the sales because it was marketed poorly under Xbox.
Oh, and it was a bad game.
Well, I mean, but in the first 3 weeks, everybody loved it. Everybody loved it the first 2 weeks.
Yeah, until you realize what a terrible grind fest that shit is.
But see,
Yeah,
here's the thing.
hell yeah, it is that. Yeah.
Spongy ass fucking
games sell the best in the first 3 to 4 weeks, right? So even if it was a shit fest, it should have pulled major numbers for Xbox those first 3 weeks, and it didn't because Xbox marketing has been piss poor this generation. So the thing is that they want to do this is what Xbox has been relying on. They've been relying on, like was said earlier, like Fatal said, people not paying attention to what Phil says because Phil talks very calmly. And, he talks a lot of what we call banker babble. So, if you don't pay close attention, you miss what he's saying to you. Satya Nadella has been on his cloud kick since he took over. He said that the Xbox brand was not part of the core. Phil said, hold on, we can't be part of the core because we're going to become cloud-based and we're going to reach that 2.1 billion. And now that all that shit is coming to fruition, like Fatal said, everybody wants to jump out the fucking window. But you got to pay attention because you cannot trust this new regime. It's not being salty or hating on Xbox. It's keeping their feet under the fire, letting them know that 2.1 strategy isn't the strategy that we all want.
But listen, Moss, I think I said this the other day. I can give a fuck less what's going on behind the scenes. Phil Spencer, whoever the fuck else is in charge over there. I can give a fuck. Everybody has these podcasts that are 2 hours long about, this person didn't like this, or he wasn't in charge, or now he's in charge. I don't give a fuck about any of that. I don't care give a fuck about their personal affairs. All I know is what the results are now for the Xbox community and gaming in general. So I don't give a fuck what they gotta do to make it happen. Make that shit happen. I don't care if Phil needs time. I don't care. This shit should have been taken care of well in advance.
Yeah, and I agree with you 100%. But I mean, it is the fact that too as well. Like Phil himself, fucking, has stated numerous times over the years that like the 3 main things that he wanted to do was when he came into this was fucking fix the actual fuck ups that Don Matrix did. He did.
There we go. See. You're doing the same thing, though, Fatal. You're talking about his little plan and shit, his little roadmap. I don't give a fuck.
But I'm saying, but the reason why I'm saying it though is because now he's focusing in on number 3, which is what he said, which was games. That is now what he's going to be focusing on.
Yeah, now he is.
Wait till E3.
Hold on. Wait till E3. Wait till E3.
No. I'm being serious. I mean, because now the X is now going to be out for a year, right?
No.
Whatever you want to call it. That's whatever. Well, it's going to be out for a year in November.
That's a long way off, but yeah.
Well, it's still a long way off, but no, that's what he got out. And that was his second thing. So now if he says what he says is true, then we'll have to wait and see what happens. I think this year could very well be the year, man.
Wait and see. Hurry up and wait. That's a military term.
Hey, but what else? What else what else are we supposed to say right now? We can't say anything else. We have to say wait till E3. I mean, I know it's cliche. I know we've been standing for.
Right. Keep foot in their neck. So keep your goddamn foot in their neck until this shit happens. Now, let me ask you guys this question because Moss and you guys are all Xbox guys for the most part. If it's E3 passes, right, and they don't show anything, no indication.
I'm selling my Xbox. I'm selling my Xbox the very next day.
I agree. I'm doing the same. I'm not. If they show nothing in E3, I'm fucking done. There's no point of owning an Xbox.
There's no point. There's no point. Yeah.
I'll get the money for this shit back while I can.
If they don't show anything, I'm not going to sell my Xbox because I'm invested, but I'm going to be very, very disappointed. I'll
keep my One S in my living room.
I'm going to keep my X, but I'm going to be very disappointed.
I don't have enough games on here that I spent actual money on outside from Game Pass shit, so it's not really a big problem.
Why you keep the X? There's nothing to take advantage of the X.
I got like 400 some games on this shit, man. I mean,
oh, you got it on the Xbox platform, yeah. So
it'll be a multiplayer box for it.
Yeah,
It will be a multiplayer box.
Multiplayer box.
Yeah.
That shit is.
It'll be a multiplayer box.
That is the saddest shit ever.
Yeah.
Hold
It's
on.
sad, but it's true, bro.
That's the saddest shit ever.
Let me
It's
drop
sad,
some
but it's
numbers.
true.
Let me drop some numbers on you. And again, my disclaimer is I am not, this is not damage control for Microsoft saying that their lack of first party or second party exclusive deals is okay. But we got to be real here. On the PlayStation 4, their average attach rate of their exclusives is 3%. On the Xbox, it's 4%. The multiplats on both systems for the top 50 games are 10%. So the majority of games that are being played are multiplats. So if you're a console gamer and you just care about multiplats, which I'm not a big first party guy all the time, then it has a purpose. But my problem is that the first party games each generation, particularly for Xbox, like you go all the way back from the original one, Halo, Jade Empire, then you move up, Mass Effect, BioShock. Those were genre defining games. They changed gaming forever. And you don't have Microsoft putting anything like that out. So for me, if at E3 they don't show how they're going to do that this generation, I'm going to still keep my Xbox One X for my multi-plat games that I'm playing with other people. But my premier console, my premier platform is going to be PC.
Period. See, I knew that you and Dirt would say that. But I don't want to get to the whole marketing, not marketing, but the whole attach rate thing, because we talked about this before. As far as the attach rates for Xbox, it's at PS4.
Mm-hmm.
PS4 has over double the amount of consoles the Xbox has sold. Mm-hmm. So we talk about attach rates. It doesn't that math doesn't add up.
Yeah, no, it does add up, because what I'm saying is we're focusing on exclusives like that's what's really selling the games to the casuals, and it's not. It's the multiplats. So
this isn't a casual thing. This is us. It's the people who are invested in this shit.
But what I'm saying is there are a good number of gamers in general that only care about the multiplats. Like for me, for instance, and I'm a hardcore gamer. I don't. You know what?
You don't play no games, boss.
I don't give a damn. I don't care about Halo, all like that. I don't give a fuck about Gears, all like that. You know what I'm saying?
What?
I don't care about what else is I really don't care about them. The best games this generation has been the multi-plat games for me. Now, last year, did I care about Gears? Oh, fuck yeah. Last year, did I care about Halo? Oh, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I put my stock in the multi-plat game. So the Xbox One X does have some value. Okay. That's if you're a multi-plat gamer.
Okay, hold on. So, okay, let me ask you one question then, Moss.
Mm-hmm.
You've been primarily a multi-plat gamer, right?
This generation. Yes, sir.
Generation. Okay, so before the X come out, were you playing all your multiplats on the PS4?
No, because most of my friends were on the Xbox One. Most of my friends on the Xbox. I don't like the controls on the PlayStation 4. I prefer them on Xbox.
But you would agree that the PS4 was the multiplat box before the X came out. That was the best place to play the PS4 base and the Pro.
For performance, yeah, it was the best place for performance.
Right.
But if the majority of the games that I play are like co-op games, who am I going to play with on PlayStation? I don't really game with anybody on PlayStation.
I was asking you,
but that's my preference.
So you're saying, so you're a multiplayer focused guy. Well, you play multiplayer games, but I was just curious because you said that you had the Xbox for your multiplats, but you never had a PS4 for the multiplats.
Yeah, because I don't game with PlayStation 4 gamers.
So you're an Xbox guy. What it boils down to.
Yeah, I'm an Xbox.
You get Xbox no matter what happened.
No, let's put it like this. I wouldn't get it will take PlayStation a lot to get me more than I would get Xbox. Because when I was coming into this generation, I was getting neither. The only thing that made me get an Xbox One was Destiny. When Destiny when they did the free switch over, I said,
"Trash."
Yeah,
let me get an Xbox
One. Because so Destiny, Tom Clanton, whatever the fuck it's called, goes fucking The Division. Those are your kind of games, like service-based, first-person shooters, third-person shooters,
co-op-based type games.
Yeah, so let me ask you then: so if co-op is your cup of tea, then why aren't you rocking Sea of Thieves right now?
Oh shit!
Because Sea of Thieves is a sea of trash.
I'm glad you can. But
I mean, it's a multiplayer, cooperative, focused type kind of game.
Those are the base of the games that I like. I don't. You can't just throw. You can't come to me with Mickey Mouse and Big Bird's co-op adventure and shit. I'm gonna
Shut your
jump out the window.
fucking mouth, J-Wags, before you look at your fucking.
No, I'm glad Moss said that. Yeah, because
you're a dick.
What's the story behind that? What's the story behind that?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Fatal and Moss never met, but Fatal enjoys games like Sea of Thieves, Disneyland Adventures.
I did enjoy Sea of Thieves. Let me make that clear.
No Man's Sky.
No Man's
Don't
Sky.
forget about No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky is
2016.
fucking is my life, dude. So fuck what you heard on that one.
It is what it is. But I like co-op experiences like a Borderlands. You know what I'm saying? Even Mass Effect 3's multiplayer. I like experiences like that. So I tend to cater to co-op open world experiences, multiplayer experiences opposed to PvP. But I wouldn't have that experience with the play. Not to say the PlayStation, though. I will say this. The PlayStation 4 is a hell of a system, particularly above the PlayStation 3. It's a hell of a ecosystem to get into. I'm not mad at anybody that would like to get into it. I have nothing to say.
Excuse me.
But I just can't do it.
Let me just think, chat real quick. Griffin Gaming. Am I in somebody's speaker or something? No, it's just me.
Oh, okay, hold on. It could be. Let me turn it down a little bit.
PlayStation has more niche titles and more titles in general, which thrives down the average attach rate. That is some number of manipulation.
Nintendo is the only company that actually fucking where people thriving and have the most attach rate towards their first party IP.
Compare the AAA exclusives, and Sony sells more effects. AAA exclusives
still didn't touch fucking Nintendo numbers though. Casuals
are trash. EJ Johnson. And then Jake Walker said AC Origins sold 3.58 million on PS4 and 1.9 million on Xbox One.
See, J-Wags, for me, man, I never ever used to coin casuals and hardcore towards fucking like two different distinct market crowds. I've always looked at casual and hardcore from like how much time you put into a game. Like I've always looked at it like you could play literally any game at a casual level or any game at a hardcore level.
Yeah, I agree with that. But like if you play one game a year, I don't care how many hours you put in that game, I call you casual.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, fair enough. But I mean, at the same time, if that person's only playing that game, look, I can look at that from the aspect of the guy's only playing Call of Duty every year, but he puts like hundreds of hours in that shit per week. That motherfucker's playing that shit at a hardcore level.
Let me ask you guys.
He's a hardcore. I understand what you're saying too. But
are you guys wrestling fans?
Fuck no.
No, fuck no, dude. Wrestling sucks.
Oh, hell yeah. WrestleMania tonight. Hell yeah.
All right, Griffin. You guys are like older than us. You guys are still in that bullshit.
Hey man, I don't want to hear that shit.
All that bullshit.
Hey, if somebody
wrestling is fucking garbage, dude.
Listen, somebody said to me the other day, "Hey, you still watch that fake shit?" I said, "Man, you watch The Walking Dead? That's fake, ain't it? It's entertainment, man. What the fuck?"
No, I'm not complaining.
It's all scripted.
We've always known that. What I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's entertainment, man. It's a TV show.
I literally watch dudes. You got dudes spank each other on the ass. Like I don't know.
It was like Raw and panty match. That was worth watching.
And they got some hot ass chicks now. They got some hot ass chicks that wrestle.
Yeah,
now,
but
man.
90% of it is dudes in spandex shorts. I don't know. I can't get in that shit, bro. Last time I ever tuned in is when apparently Vince McMahon had a goddamn lost son. It was a midget. So I'm done. I'm done with this shit. I'm done.
Oh yeah. I remember that shit. Yeah, I remember
that shit fell off. That's like
Xbox
situation now, bro. It used to be great, and now that shit just fell the fuck off, and it's horrible.
Hey Jay, you want to get laugh?
What?
Go look at what I just tagged you in on Twitter.
Why? Always on these streams, you're like, oh, I tagged you on Twitter. Like, God damn, bro.
No, trust me, you'll be laughing when you see the numbers. I figured you would get a good laugh out of that.
That's the Warriors 9
those videos.
16-2-4-4.
Yeah, that's how much you made in the first week in North America.
For what console?
PS4.
Oh, fuck's sakes, bro. PS4 like drives them kind of games too. Holy shit.
They do.
But the reason why attach rate, I know you guys are like, oh, that shit doesn't matter. Reason why attach rate
no, it does matter
is because you look at Sony's strategy, and this is where everybody in the chat, everybody everywhere, let's keep it real. Let's not bash something that's an actual benchmark that's used internally. If you look at Sony's pattern, they don't release their AAA bangers till mid or towards the end of the generation. Why? Because they make a calculation. They use an algorithm and say, okay, this particular game is going to have a potential attach rate of blah, 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 blah. And the more consoles that get out there, the more sales that's going to equal to. So they're not going to put a Horizon Zero Dawn out there if it's going to have a 10% attach rate and there's only 3 million consoles out there, because they needed to sell more than 3 million, right? So, but they're going to put a Uncharted out there because they know it might have a 15% attach rate. So attach rates do matter. Let's not.
I didn't say they didn't matter. I said that it's different. I want to say it different. It adds up differently because, like I said, Sony has a much larger install base than Xbox does.
Yeah.
So, like, if you're saying it sold 1 million on Xbox and 1 million on, let's say a game sold 2 million on Xbox, and the same game, or not the same game, but a different game sold 2 million on PS4, it's going to be a high percentage on Xbox because it has less than half the goddamn install base.
Yeah.
So okay, if you look at take Nintendo, right? Odyssey, Mario Odyssey is at like over 7.2 million right now on the Switch.
That's
right?
a high fucking attach rate. That's like over 50%.
Yeah, that's a really high. And it took Sony what? Fucking a year fucking to get Horizon up to 7 million. And it took fucking Uncharted over a year too as well to achieve that.
Fatal, man. You can't compare Nintendo exclusives to any other company.
No, but if we're talking about 7 million though, right?
I'm talking about the number, not the actual.
You're talking about 7 million, right? That's less than 10% of Sony's install base.
Yeah.
That's 7 million goddamn copies sold. So let's say Xbox would say what do you got? What we at 40 million? Let's just say that 40 million consoles. Okay. So if you sell let's say they sold 7 million on there, which game has sold 7 million on Xbox?
I think Halo 5 has.
I don't think it did.
Maybe
7 million.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, maybe.
Okay, so 7 million.
Retail wise, it hasn't even broke fucking. If we're going based on estimated numbers here, it hasn't even.
Yeah, they haven't
retail.
give out any
5 million
numbers, but let's say it's 5 million, right? So let's say it's 5. Now they got 40 million consoles, so they have a higher attach rate than fucking Horizon Zero Dawn was. But Horizon Zero Dawn still sold 2 million more copies.
Yep.
So I mean, I understand attach rate plays a factor, but you have to fucking, if you're saying like what's the game? 7 million on Horizon Zero Dawn. So let's say it's 9% the attach rate, right? So 40 million. That if a game sold 400,000 on Xbox One, that's damn near the same attach rate. You know what I'm saying here?
Yeah, but you're missing a couple of big figures. The first big figure is cost of development. This is why attach rates are important. Like, for instance, okay, I did numerous stories on this. Horizon Zero Dawn, by all accounts, is one of Sony's biggest, most expensive games that they've made in a very long time. It took 7 years to develop. The Decima engine is considered very powerful, and they had to build the ground up for Horizon Zero Dawn. They spent millions on it. They spent millions in ads. They had toy rights and all this other stuff, and then marketing. Just in the Fiesta Bowl alone, they spent what was believed $1 million for a 30-second ad for Horizon Zero Dawn. They plugged a lot of money into this, and and Sony said it themselves in an interview. We're not doing the traditional advertising. We're doing big wig advertisement. So when those internals came in and they had to say, "Hey, look, we done spent X amount of dollars. We need this to have X amount attach rate in order for us to be back in the green," that matters, opposed to looking at where Halo, people say they feel that Halo 5 was like one of the least invested Halos ever. All right. To where they may not have paid as much to make Halo 5 than they did Horizon Zero Dawn. So they could have had an equal attach rate with a lower net response. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so attach rates do matter when they're more, and I'm thinking, to be honest with you, that's probably why we're not seeing shit on the Xbox side, because they know they're going to have to make a game with a whole bunch of money, and a 10% attach rate on 40 million is only 4 million. They're going to need way more than 4 million sales to get their money back.
Right. But would you agree that's still a problem though? Because
hell yeah,
PlayStation has low if they have lower attach rates, that doesn't stop them from making new games or even sequels of games that have lower
absolutely. But it's new regime, man. It's new.
They're not scared to put shit out there and see what sticks. They're not scared to make new IPs. They're not scared to make sequels of games that didn't do that well.
Yeah, like nobody asked for Knack 2, and they got Knack 2 out.
Right.
Yeah, but see, but here's the thing, though, right? At least with those games like Knack and Knack 2, whatever you want to call it, there's always going to be a small crowd that are going to invest money into those games and enjoy those games. I personally am one of those people, and that's part of that crowd too, as well. When you look at the Xbox side of the equation, if it has nothing to do with anything multiplayer related, they will never touch that fucking game. Period. They will never touch that game. Period, man.
I mean, for a single player only game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like single player only games, they don't fuck with the games like that, man. On fucking whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, 4 million is good, AJ Johnson, but like, what's a game? There hasn't been too many games, especially on Xbox One, that hit 4 million in sales.
Well, no, and
even third party multiplats. Name me a 4 million sold.
I don't think it's single player.
Grand Theft Auto 5 and fucking Black Ops 3.
Which
7
one?
million right now. Both those things are at 7 million. GTA 5 and Black Ops 3.
Oh yeah, no.
Okay, two of the biggest franchises ever.
Yeah, there are of the top.
Yeah, but that's the highest selling on both platforms, though.
Yeah, they're on the top 25. Like
that
GTA.
shit sells way more on PlayStation.
Oh yeah, it does because it has a larger install base. But no, the big name multiplats do well on both systems. But you do bring up a good point, J Wags. It's the lower ones. Your you know what I'm saying. Your Assassin's Creeds maybe that will still do 3-4 million on the PlayStation, which is good, but they struggle to carry 1 million on the Xbox. Why is that? Because Xbox isn't invested in making sure that there's enough consoles out there in the homes. They do this play anywhere shit. Now they're focused on the tablets and phones and shit. I mean, like, and if I'm a multi-plat developer, that's why Sony is getting all the exclusive shit, because they're like, hold on, you're not working on growing your install base, so I have a bigger chance of making more money. You're doing well for yourself, but how does that help me out? So
here's the thing though, right? A lot of people like to use that analogy with like fucking with Microsoft releasing their games on PC is going to hurt their install base, whatever you want to call it. That's not entirely true. Like part of it is true. Part of it's true, but it's not entirely true, because there's a lot of people out there, and I mean a lot of motherfuckers out there that will never ever touch a PC.
I agree with you on that, but also
those people, if they see something that the Xbox has, they're gonna fucking go up there and buy that system. Well, smart Xbox people do, not the majority of the fan base that they already have under their belt. Because let's be honest, if the majority of the fan base was actually smart, Sunset Overdrive would have sold rather extremely well. But here's the thing, right? A lot of people like to use that as an scapegoat, but people also tend to also completely ignore the fact too as well that this isn't the first time that Microsoft has done this. Like Halo 1 and Halo 2 both got released fucking on PC. Gears got released a year after Gears on fucking on Xbox. Did that hurt the brand at all? Period? No. Just like
I recall Gears 1 to be on PC.
Gears 1 was on PC way back in the day, fucking a year after the fucking game launched.
Yep, it was.
Gears 1 was?
After the game launched on 360, they had launched it on PC like maybe 6-7 months later.
But see, here's the thing. I didn't even realize that. Wags didn't even realize that. See, it wasn't advertised like how this shit is advertised now. You know what I'm saying? It was available, but it wasn't.
Here's the thing. It was advertised. It was advertised through Microsoft's fucking. Remember that games for Windows shenanigan bullshit?
Yeah,
that shit there flopped.
It flopped exactly. But the thing was that people were aware of it, but just nobody gave a fuck. Nobody cared.
Here's the thing: are they making money? I know a lot of PC guys that don't even play this shit on fucking PC.
Trust me, I guarantee you, dude, man, they don't make a whole lot of sales. The majority, I mean, after all, if you look at the numbers on VG charts, estimation numbers, by the way, I'm putting that quotations here. The Xbox version of Gears fucking 4 is almost sitting close to almost fucking 4 million right now. So how in the fuck? This is why I laugh every time when I hear people use that as their scapegoat, as hurting the brand. If it was hurting the brand that bad, then why the fuck did Gears 4 sell almost 4 million on the Xbox One and not on PC?
But Gears
is their biggest fucking franchise I think ever. Almost Halo
too.
Yeah, but even still,
on the flip side of that, you had games like Cuphead, where I think what did Cuphead sell?
Like
3 million, and 2/3 of that was on the PC.
It sold 3 mil.
I think it sold 3. Either sold 2.
I think it sold 2 mil. I think it sold 2.
Okay.
So yeah, 2 million. One on each. They said.
Yeah.
Quantum Break did break a million. Oh shit! That's a Jay Watt.
Quantum Break. Yeah, if it wasn't for the fact that game, if that game never came out on Steam. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it would have sold definitely more on Xbox.
The big thing, though, I think we can agree. I know what you're saying, Fatal, but it does hurt them because Anybody else, if you want to play Spider-Man in September, you have to
get a
you
PlayStation.
have to have a PlayStation, whether it's the Pro, you have to have a PS4. If you want to
No,
play
and I get that, and I get that.
You have to have a Nintendo. There's very few games. I know there's a select few. But there are very few games that you absolutely have to have an Xbox One for to play.
Yeah, you're right about that, Wags. And at this moment, I can't really think of any that's like a big
Sunset
Xbox
Overdrive.
game.
I can't play Sunset Overdrive on PC.
As I said, you got very few.
But that came out in 2014, man.
You got very few games.
Yeah, but it still doesn't matter though. If I'm a new console owner, which I am technically, I would have no reason to I would still have a reason to run up. Okay, let's say for example, like every game that's on PC now, right? That Xbox has, right? But what other games could I play that I can only get on that system? Well, Sunset Overdrive, Halo 5. Yep. I don't fuck with Forge, so
no
that's not really a cool.
No one's going to buy an Xbox in 2018 to go fucking play Sunset Overdrive.
Yeah.
Well,
like that was my point.
You don't know that though.
I know that.
No, you don't. Because I would have done it myself.
All right, Fail. Let me rephrase that. No sane person is going to the store.
Oh, no sane person. Okay.
Like, can I play Sunset Overdrive on this Xbox One?
But it's on Game Pass.
No,
it's like
but again, I get what you're saying, and fucking to an extent it does, but it's not like a full thing that does hurt them at all. Period. Because I mean, right now, the way I see it right now is that all the games so far they've come out with so far that have been going on the PC too as well, even though we can't see the PC numbers per se outside of maybe Cuphead from what the devs have said, they've been selling fine on the Xbox One X so far, or the Xbox One itself so far. Gears Ultimate is fucking 3 million. Fucking that sold rather well and shit like that on the actual console side of the thing.
3 million after 4 years.
The game's only been up for fucking 2 years? Not even that.
Ultimate
since 2015 wasn't.
No, I thought it was 2016. I thought it came out like in August of 2016.
No, Gears 4 came out in 2016.
Talk about Ultimate, that's like 2015.
Yeah, that's 2015. Gears Ultimate came out 2015.
Yeah, I think it was already at like 3 million after like the second year or some shit. I don't know.
It did well. Yeah,
it did well. That's what I'm saying. But my point is, what I'm saying is that was like you got to remember, like there's a lot of the times, a lot of the games that Microsoft releases under their belt for fucking Play Anywhere, you have to have Windows 10. A lot of people out there will never fuck with Windows 10 because they don't like that kind of shit. Second of all, you also got a core group of people that are never going to fuck with PC gaming in general. I happen to be in that crowd. And if I did, I wouldn't be playing multi-plats on that system. If I were on that platform, if I had a PC, I would be playing fucking exclusive games on PC.
It still hurts some fail. Like
no, it does, but not to the extent that the majority of people make it out to be.
State of K2 comes out in May, right? And you don't have to have an Xbox to play that. That's a simple fact. You don't, and that game's not going to be too demanding as far as like CPU.
Yeah, I'm aware of that, but you don't need a PS4 to play Ni no Kuni 2. So whatever. I get what you're saying.
There's plenty of other games on PS4 you have to have PS4 for.
Well, yeah, I understand that. I'm aware of that. But again, but I guarantee if a lot of those games did come to the PC side too as well, fucking majority of those sales would still be on the PS4 regardless. Period. Right now, okay, if Sony were right now to go off and say, you know what, yeah, we're releasing fucking Spider-Man fucking as a console exclusive kind of deal, that shenanigan crap that everybody refuses to believe what the actual definition of that means. Let's say Spider-Man comes out, and let's say it does come out on Windows or not Windows 10. Let's say it comes out on Steam too as well, right? Let's say Insomniac was feeling generous. That game would still sell more on the PlayStation.
It would sell more, but you would have a hell of a lot of people buy that shit on Steam.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you would, but it would still defeat the purpose though. People, as long as they're still having two different crowds, yeah, for sure. But like I'm saying, that's still not going to fucking
no. But what I'm telling you is that game only being on PlayStation. That game alone is going to move a hell of a lot of consoles.
Oh, well, I wouldn't go that far. It's going to sell well.
You wouldn't go that far. Spider-Man's going to move consoles, bro.
Yeah, you still have a lot of people that don't have a PlayStation. That if they have, they might have a rig. I mean, there's a lot of PC gamers out there. Trust me. And what they did with Gears is they said, you know what, I'm interested in Gears, but I don't have to pick up an Xbox One or an Xbox One X in order to play it. I'll just get it when I want to on my PC. To where if you force them to buy the system, they are now in the ecosystem. They might buy a multi-plat or two on
other software, correct. But made a mistake though, Fatal. That Spider-Man is going to move a lot of consoles for them.
Hell yeah. Yep.
That's the hardcore audience. That's the casual audience. You got the movie releasing. Shortly after that, the game.
Majority of people that already have a PlayStation.
I would agree slightly with that, but I'm telling you, when this game is out, there hasn't been a good Spider-Man game for the Xbox or for the PS4's generation. This game, and they're marketing this game heavily. This game is going to sell a lot of consoles.
Oh, it's going to sell. Don't worry. Yeah, I'm not worried about that.
Hey, man, I think Moss just made a valid point. Microsoft, at this point, know they're not going to sell many consoles, right? I mean, they don't care about selling as many consoles as the PlayStation. They're never going to catch them.
Yeah.
They care about people being, like Maul said, in their ecosystem. They buy the game on Windows 10. That's still all them. They don't care if you buy the game on Xbox or Windows 10. They just want you to buy the game. And all of that, stuff that you're saying, Wax, there's games you don't have to have an Xbox One to play. Those games are Microsoft games. So if you get it on PC, they don't care. Just get the game. And that's what it's down. That's what it boils down to.
Yeah, they don't care. But do you guys know what the best-selling game on the Xbox platform is this generation?
What's that?
Halo 5.
Not even first party.
What is it?
It's Gears of
PUBG.
War.
PUBG.
That's
PUBG.
not though.
PUBG. That's not first party, but that's the best. The game that sold the most amount of copies on Xbox this generation. A fucking.
Halo 5 actually beats it.
How much did Halo 5 sell?
Almost 5 million.
You gotta remember.
I'm quite sure PUBG sold more than that.
We got to
wait.
Xbox.
You gotta remember, like Halo 5 sold 5 million in 3 months, if you remember, like the first 3 months.
Yeah, and it took how long for fucking PUBG to reach 4?
Yeah, Microsoft is
PUBG is not even fucking. Let me exclamation point here. Finished.
Well, duh, obviously.
It's a preview game.
Plus, you're comparing.
So is that good? Let's say this game did not sell Halo yet. This game is about to eclipse it, and it's a fucking preview game.
But again, we'll look at the price of it though. Compared to what fucking Halo 5 did within those 3 months being fucking
It's
sold
incomplete. It should be free. I don't care what the price is. People are still fucking.
No. I agree with you on that. No, I agree with you 100% on that. That PUBG should not be the $30 price tag, dude, because that is some bullshit. I mean, it doesn't matter. The game sucks anyways.
Hey man, that new map is dropping next month.
It's selling way more than every other game.
But what does that tell you though? What does that tell you though?
Yeah, what we haven't had a new AAA exclusive banger in 17 months. So
yeah, well, definitely
no fucking wonder.
Let me tell you this right now.
The last one was
PUBG is not a AAA game. I can tell you that right now.
But we're just dying. We're dying for something new over here. We're dying for a new experience. PUBG was a big name, so we flocked to it. And I mean, I don't mind the game. I don't put a lot of hours into it. I don't mind.
EJ Johnson said, Batman is bigger than Spider-Man. And
I will say
that's probably true. But if Batman was exclusive to the PS4,
No. Okay, I will say this.
Oh,
now.
man.
Batman. If Microsoft made a deal with Batman, dude,
right.
Like this year, right, or let's say last year, the whole Sony announced Spider-Man, whatever you want to call it. There, what was it back in 2016? And then Microsoft, if they're showing in 2016, they announced an exclusive Batman game.
Man,
exclusive only to the console.
For me.
If this game is exclusive to the Xbox One console, they would see a drastic leap in console sales.
big time.
Oh no! I'm agreeing with you on that. That's what I'm saying. But I would be that person too as well. I would say, nope, sorry, Spider-Man, you're out. Batman all the way because I'm a DC fucking Batman fan. So sorry, Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man. Don't get me wrong, but Batman over Spider-Man any day of the week.
Yeah,
they would have to create a new game because the Batman games they've been out and they've kind of had their wear and tear on the community.
Yeah,
but not like not like Spider-Man. I mean, this is fresh. And if they steal the well, I don't know. I heard that there was a Spider-Man game that came out before the Arkham series that the mechanics came from. But if they take those fight mechanics and jazz them up, this is going to be huge. Spider-Man.
Didn't Spider-Man 2 do that though? Spider-Man 2 had like that spider sense thing where you could fucking counter people.
Yeah,
shit,
that's
right?
where they did.
Yeah, Batman.
That shit looked like a last gen game. The last Spider-Man we got for Xbox PS4.
The Amazing Spider-Man one there?
Early in the generation. Early in the generation.
It looked like a 360 game, bro.
Yeah, it did. Well, I think it was because it was also on 360 and PS4.
Yeah, it was.
That shit looked
it was a cross.
But
cross-gen game.
But to this very given day though, J-Wags, man, fucking like this new Spider-Man game that Insomniac's making, dude, man, like looks like it's gonna play better than what the Spider-Man 2 game.
Oh yes, it looks fantastic. It looks fantastic.
That was the last good Spider-Man game before the PS1.
I saw a little bit of web slinging the other day. Like it's a little clip where he went through like a metal pipe, and then it shit looks insane.
Hey, fellas, I think the key to the Spider-Man game is the developer. We know they're a quality developer, and I think that's what's got people so hyped. Because obviously, there's been tons of Spider-Man games, but the developer,
I agree.
Nobody ever said a goddamn thing about them either.
Who was the last one? It started with a B. The developer.
Beanox.
Yeah.
Activision fucking was also a big hound for that too as well. But that's the thing. Yeah, no, it is being the excitement and the hype is coming from Insomniac. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Because Spider-Man
why?
games come out like literally
What's up,
almost every other fucking year. And
what's up,
they
why?
always
Because
fucking sell like shit.
he said Batman's dying because of DC shit movies.
I wouldn't even say he's dying because of that, even though the DC movies are shit, though. I do agree with you.
No, I think the game.
I actually like Justice League. I haven't
seen it yet, so I really can't talk shit about it.
I'm
I'm going based on fucking Batman or B versus Superman. That movie was fucking garbage, dude.
Yeah, but Ben
so
Affleck
bad.
was a decent Batman, and that
I had no problem with him. It was just, the flow of the film is fucking retarded.
But do not watch. Okay, then don't. You'll become even more angrier when you watch Justice League. Do not watch.
I like Justice League, man.
I want to
like
keep
Justice
my
League.
sane. I want to keep my sanity, bro. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say squat.
The Flash is corny as fuck.
Oh, goodness. Oh, that Flash, man.
Are you talking about like the actor? Are you talking about the actor or the character in the in
I'm
just
just
both?
talking about the comic in general.
No, I'm talking about the movie. DC, Justice. That Flash was awful.
Oh yeah. But compared to that Daredevil,
That's really all I want to talk about, man. Like I said, thanks for y'all coming in here. You got Moss in here. Appreciate you stopping in. Anybody in the chat? Any last little question or topic? Don't listen to wrestling or something.
Yeah, he's watching the fucking. He's watching the.
I'm sorry, man. I tried to cut it down, man. My daughter came down here.
I barely hear it, man. But I didn't know you were into wrestling like that. So like, you've been to WrestleMania, huh? On Dirt.
I've never been to a WrestleMania, but I've been to plenty of
I said
events.
you read it.
Okay.
Oh no! It's on WWE Network for $9.99 a month.
Damn.
Fuck out of here with that bullshit.
Xbox
Anyways.
kind of thing. The last one I went to was, I think I was like maybe 12 years old. My stepdad took me. And
I didn't know, but 10 years ago,
the main event was Kurt Angle versus Brock Lesnar.
Oh, that's a good main event.
I remember Tori Wilson. Was it Tori Wilson or Faye?
Oh hell yeah, Tori Wilson.
Nice titties.
You know what's so funny about that?
No, she was a brunette. Remember, she was
Tori Wilson. Yeah, that was her name.
No, Tori Wilson. No, Tori Wilson was a blonde.
Oh yeah, she was.
It was
You're talking about Trish Stratus, are you?
No, it was a
Trish
brunette.
Stratus.
She wasn't around very long. It was a brunette. She had like I swear she had like a lazy eye.
Lazy eye.
Yeah, dude.
What the hell are you talking about?
Dawn Marie.
Okay, yeah, Dawn Marie.
Dawn Marie, man.
Okay.
She flashed her tits there.
What?
She like took
Yeah,
her
man.
tits,
They don't
she
do
flashed
that.
her tits around the
They
whole
don't do
thing.
that no more, man. They kind of PG now.
And I was like,
That's what makes this fucking modern era wrestling fucking garbage. The writers can't
But you know
write for shit.
My daughter, my 8-year-old daughter, is sitting out here watching it with me now. Back in the late 90s, she couldn't have done that, bro.
Yo,
Back
Stone
in the
Cold
90s during the
yeah.
Attitude Era, that's when wrestling was the fucking tits.
Oh, it was the best, man.
But ECW was my favorite.
WCW
it was-
and shit, dude. Yo, the games were actually better back
Hey,
then as well.
ECW.
oh my God, Fatal. Those games were phenomenal, dude. Oh my God. I was
dude.
I was around Wags age. I was a little bit younger than Wags. That was the best freaking time.
I tried
man,
playing.
swear.
I own the last 3 years of WWE, like the 2K games.
Mhm.
I fucking detest those games, dude. They're such shit.
This year version is pretty good, man. Like 18.
No,
2K18 is pretty good.
What bothers me because the reason why I've always loved the THQ games is as broken as they were fun to play. They weren't
Yeah,
a
they were.
chore to play. These ones here, they took that realistic approach.
Yeah,
Fuck
that's
outta
true.
that shit.
Hey, one more
That's
question. But Fatal, you poisoned my man Scorpio. Bro. My man Scorpio's in the chat talking about.
Sea of Thieves is not my problem.
I'm having so much fun with Sea of Thieves. This game's
Hey,
fantastic.
you talk to your boy. Don't talk to me about that shit. I don't hold my. Hey. I'm
Sea of
not going to
Thieves
be
is
the one
open
here
ass.
to fucking be responsible for that shit.
He said I've enjoyed the fuck out of Sea of Thieves lately.
Now, if he sits there and he fucking says to you that he fucking enjoys playing Disneyland Adventures, dude, then yeah, then you can come and talk to me.
Yeah, like you
Disneyland Adventure. Wow.
I didn't say I was enjoying it.
posted screenshots. Like, oh, this shit's
Well, what me posting screenshots automatically makes the game
so
fucking
magical.
amazing, bro?
Why you play a good
Come
game,
on,
Fatal?
dude. Huh?
So why don't you go play a good game? There's plenty of games out here to play.
I play good games all the fucking time. What are you talking about?
No.
Play some Far Cry
Go look
5.
at my PS4 fucking list, man. You'll see
No
what games I
Man,
play.
No Man's Sky. Okay, Disneyland Adventures, Barbie World.
Oh man.
Yo, why you gonna be hating on Barbie, motherfucker?
That's not even a joke. You played
No, see, no, but that's the thing with me though, right? Because everybody thinks that that's all I ever play. because I'm mostly mainly vocal with those games.
Since I've known you, that's all I've been playing.
Well, fair enough. From your perspective, I can get it. Though. But there's people in the community that have known me for fucking years. They know the shit that I play. They see me play a lot of the games that they love, like Horizon and fucking, you know, and other games that everybody fucking loves to suck dick at so goddamn much. But yet they never ever fucking say anything about me playing those types of games. It always resorts back to the shitty ones all the fucking time.
Well, that's the track record I have you so far. Anyway,
go look at my fucking my trophy list. You'll see what I mean. What games I play, dude.
All right, calm down.
No, I'm just saying.
That's it though, guys. Let's say it started off with me. I was gonna make like a 10-minute rant and just turn into a bunch of other shit. And I got people in here, so thanks everybody in the chat. Watch this live pre-recorded. Thanks for coming. People on the panel here, Mighty Moss, Dirt, and Fatal. We're not even gonna do outros. This wasn't even scheduled and shit. So
thank you, man. Even though you accidentally invited me, man. I was
joking. I sent a link to the group chat, but I was like, oh fuck, Dirt joined this shit, damn it. But we'll talk to you guys next time. Thanks.